Hi everybody, this is Harmony with Harmony Stitches and welcome back to my channel where we talk about cross stitch, knitting, and whatever else comes up. This week I don't have a lot to show you, but we're going to go ahead and get started and see where we go. Okay, this week I worked on my little Halloween freebie. The information about the designer will be posted below because I cannot pronounce the design company's name. But I finally got it finished. So this is the second one I did. Both of these are stitched on 28 count Dove Gray Monaco that I coffee tea dyed. Here's the second one, which it's got a fold in it, which is bigger than the other one. And my goal was to have this actually ready for display since it's October and October is Halloween month, but I didn't get there. It will go on here. I think what I'm going to do is tighten the knots on the spooky banner so it's up just a little bit higher, and then I can put this down below. If it doesn't work, I'll take the banner off and then I'll find something to put in his hands to cover up the holes from the twine. So I did get that done. So I have it finished this week, which is super exciting. I can take this floss now and put it back in my stash, and I could possibly use it for something else. I mean, 310. What can't you use 310 on? So I have that. And then my whip wheel spin for the week was Amazing Grace, and this is a kit by Janlynn. It's quite old, you know. It's from back in the day. I first found this when I was a teenager. I told the story a couple times. So I was a teenager back in the 90s. I did not finish this week, but I'm super close, and if you've been with me for a while, then you know that I'm probably going to continue on to finish it until the end. But here's where I got to this week. Oh, let's center it in the camera. And as you can see, all I have left are the music notes on that middle staff. So I just have to finish those. There's 19 altogether, and I finished 2. So I only have 17 left. So my goal is to try to work on this today. I did do a bit of work on it yesterday, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's enough. And I have been battling headaches. So I just got to the point where like I can't do any more stitching today. So otherwise my plan was my husband and daughter went to town to go shopping for something. And I'm like, I'm going to have this done when you guys get back. So when they got back, my husband said, did you get it done? And I'm like, no. I got a total of 7 notes and the treble clef sign done. And that was about all I was able to finish. But I have 17 notes left and I should be able to get it done. There's a lot of ends to weave in the back because I was kind of avoiding that part. So I'll weave all of those in later sometime. So that's that. So I only have one more whip to show you, but before I show you that, I did tell you that I had some more fall designs that I had finished. So I wanted to show you one. This is Pumpkins by Owl Forest Embroidery. It is a freebie, and so you can go on their website to get it. This was stitched on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed to make it a little bit more rustic, fall looking, in my opinion. And it's on cardboard, and then I took another piece of cardboard and I wrapped it in this cute little green and white polka dot. And then I hot glued magnets to the other side. As you can see, one fell off. And this is just a metal. I got this at Walmart last year. And my husband actually picked me up another one yesterday that's fall themed. It has pumpkins, like Pumpkin Farm or something. So I just turned it sideways, put my magnets on, and it hooks right to it. And once I get the other one glued back on, it will stay put, and then I just set this up on my bookshelf. So that's another fall finish. I'm going to take this down with me and put it up on the shelf when I go downstairs. All right. I know that some of you are cheering me on to a finish on Pandemic, and I know some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, you've been talking about this since January. When are you going to give it up? I'm going to give it up as soon as I'm done, and that should be by the end of this month. So just stick with me. Hold on. We're almost there. We're almost to the end. So I'm going to show you I did move the frame. I was working on page 6. I finished page 6 last week, and then I was working on that big diagonal that had to connect up to page 2. So here's where I am. So I was able to finish the diagonal all the way up and connect it to the other piece. So that's all the way up on page 2. I finished these 2 motifs that are connected to it. And then I started this one. I don't know what else I did. I think it took me forever just to do that part. So maybe that's all I did this week. I think this morning, I think I was a total of 4 strands behind. Friday, I didn't really stitch on this because of the headaches. So I did try to make that up yesterday, but then like I said, I got to the point where I had to be done for the day. So I think coming into today, Sunday, October 3rd, I was 4 strands behind. I think I put in 2 or 3 strands this morning into this motif here. I think 2. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep plugging away. I have about a page and a half left. That's about the equivalent of what my guesstimation. I do have to move the frame, so I'm glad that Sunday came quickly because I can move the frame. I have to put it on my 11 by 11 Q-snap so that way I can reach the top corner. So it's going to be pretty difficult to wrangle all of the extra fabric, but I know that I can get this done. So we'll see how much I can get done this coming week. Hopefully it is a lot, so that way I can just be done with this, because I know how excited I am to be finished with it, so I'm sure that some of you are just as excited for me to be done with this project. So because I want to finish Amazing Grace this week, there will be no wheel spin, but it is October, so my month off of knitting is over. So I'm going to bring back knitting, especially in the car, and we are going to go on a little family trip to an antique shop today. So I'm bringing back my Musselburg hat, which obviously I haven't gotten too far. I need to figure out where I'm at. If I'm on an increased row, decreased row. Obviously I didn't leave myself with any notes. Sorry, Pandemic was stitched on 28 count Monaco. I think off-white, antique white, something like that, with DMC 915. Of course, all of the information is below. So this Muscleburk hat by Ysolda Teague is a pattern you can find on Ravelry. It is a decent price and is a very fantastic hat pattern. The Cozy Up Knit girls are making them right now. I started mine in April because Kay over at the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel started a knit along with these. I got my husband done. If you remember, it's blue. I am using, there's something on there. This is called Muggle Magazine, and it's from the Quotable Dumbledore Club from lolodidit. They were out of Las Vegas, but they have since moved to Kentucky. So it is white, kind of an off-white. You kind of know how like newspaper kind of leaves like you touch the newspaper and then you get it on your fingers. That's kind of what this is supposed to be, but it's with purple instead of black. And there are some speckles. So I'm really excited to see how this actually knits up. And I don't really know if you can see it that well on camera so far, but you can kind of see the purple a little bit. So I'm gonna get back to this. Oops, I have it tangled around my cable. There we go. So I did earn, I'm dumping things out of my bag. In the club, if you stay for the entire year from beginning to end, you do get a prize. And my prize was this really cute, I have threads all over the place from Pandemic. It's Harry Potter themed and it's from lolodidit. It does have Harry Potter themed fabric on the inside too. Can't show much. Well, maybe I can turn it inside out. Maybe. The outside fabric is actually kind of like a canvas, so it's pretty thick. See, here's Gryffindor. and Ravenclaw. No, that's Hufflepuff, sorry. And Ravenclaw over here. And the stars, Slytherin. So I got that as my prize. So I figured it was fitting to put my lolodidit Dumbledore yarn in here. So I'm going to put this back in the bag, pick up what I dropped, and then I'm going to show you a couple things I picked up at the store yesterday. Sorry. Oh, it was the tag off the yarn. This was the July colorway. July is my birthday month. And it's Muggle Magazine, in case you didn't catch that. All right. All right, so I was at the cross-stitch store yesterday. Oops, this one I do have to open, so I hope, just beware, there's going to be some plastic noise. I put some stuff inside of the bag, so I have to take it out so you can see the picture. Oops. Okay. All right, so I'm a sucker for Prairie Schooler. I think you might catch that already if you've been with me any length of time. Mostly Halloween, but I do enjoy a lot of their other patterns too. They're kind of right there where all three of my family members, myself and my husband and my daughter, really like them. They're kind of timeless. We don't care for all of them. Like, I don't do Santas. So unfortunately, there are a whole bunch of Prairie Schooler charts that I will not purchase, I will not collect, because I don't do Santas. But that's fine. There's plenty of others. So yesterday, I found 3 charts. My husband was busy and he didn't put in a vote, but my daughter said that there's 3 designs in that chart and she didn't like 2 of them. And I said, well, I only like 1 as well. And it was an opposite one that she liked. So I said, well, let's just go ahead and leave that one at the store for now and I'll get the other 2. So this one is Christmas Tree Farm. And I just really like all of the red houses and the trees. There is a Santa type person there in the very center pulling a sleigh, but let's pretend that he is in disguise and he's just the neighborhood guy that's pretending to be Santa for all of the children. That's what we're going to do. We're going to pretend. I do like that Prairie Schooler also includes a couple of ornaments. So, last year, the year before, 2 Christmases ago, they bought me the Starry Night, which is the Nativity, and I have a couple of those to go. But my whole thought was that we don't have any handmade decorations, and we have some Christmas ones, you know, from school or whatnot, but we don't have any handmade decorations of any kind, except for a couple throw blankets. So we are going to turn our Christmas tree into cross-stitch ornaments and Christmas bulbs. So even as my daughter gets older, we are going to change. We will keep the nostalgic ornaments for those purposes, but we are changing. And I love these little ornaments, and so do they. So that's what makes it great. And then we will have our older ornaments for when the grandkids come and we can share with them. The next one is January. And this is the first one of the monthly series that I have, but I also like that it comes with the big design. She pulls out some of those elements to make a smaller design, and then it also comes with an ornament design. So I really like that. I really do like all of these monthly charts. So I will probably end up getting them in the future, but for now she had January, and I think it's kind of fitting since we're heading toward January. Maybe I can stitch it up. I don't know. We'll see, because after I get pandemic done, a lot of my time will be opened up. Another thing last thing I got from the store is I got, Pea Pod from Classic Colorworks. This is the color that I used for the leaves in the Bigfoot bunch that I made my husband for Father's Day. So I thought it would be really cool to put this in for the trees on the Abominable bundle. So this is for Secret Stitch number 2. I'm really excited to get on that, but I have to coffee dye the fabric still. I have not done that. but I have not been well the last couple of weeks, and hopefully that is over and I can move on and get to things. We did not decorate for September. We have not gotten our Halloween decorations down. So because I was ill, we just didn't really do much of anything, and I'm hoping that we can get back to it. So I think that is all that I have to share with you this week. I have a finish, almost finished, and then reaching for a finish on Pandemic. So it's going to be a pretty exciting October around my parts, and I hope that you stick around with me to see the finish on these, because it will be really exciting. Because Amazing Grace is the first pattern that I started when I came back to cross stitch, and it's very meaningful. And then Pandemic is the biggest cross stitch that I have attempted, and I started it on January 1st of this year. So I hope that you stick with me to see the end and then what comes after. Until next Sunday, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.